Get started on the weekly reading for this week. All right, let's see what we get. All right, we'll start with Aquarius first. Aquarius. Overall energy. Oh, nice. So for Aquarius, we have blossoming abundance and angel of love. Okay, you could be focusing on yourself here and in aligning with a certain path, especially emotionally. So it's like we're doing whatever emotionally fulfills us. And in doing that, a path is opening. Four of Swords, recovery. Could be just chilling out, not wanting to talk to people. Like I said, focusing on yourself or whatever makes you happy. Ace of Coins, money makes you happy, it looks like. Stability. Seven of Cups. Ooh, somebody could be making an offer. Okay. So you definitely could be getting some sort of offer. Something's aligning to you. Okay. To me, this looks like we're coming in, somebody's making an offer, and it looks like unbelievable. Okay. So if this was unexpected, it kind of puts you in this like energy of like, what do? I gotta like I have more options now. Okay. If not, this could just be you focusing on moving forward. You could be in a little bit of a fantasy mode, like thinking about what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you stable, like you're on a new path to stability here. So this could be just you thinking about what's going to make you happy, thinking of your options because you're moving forward in a positive direction. Okay. Let me just see real quick. But definitely some of you could be offered something here that's like something you fantasized about, What is the Ace of Coins? Damn. If you are offered something, it's going to help you leave behind this Ten of Swords energy. Yeah, you could be going in a totally new direction, whether you're offered something or not. Okay. So this is the end of difficulty and moving forward in a positive direction. So if one thing ends, it looks like you have something better. I just want to see with this deck. Damn. This definitely could be like work, occupation, poverty. You're leaving behind something that's draining and something that isn't of value to go on a new path. I mean, it definitely could be work. And if it's not, you're putting work into something after a harsh ending. So it's just basically the same whether you're being offered something or not. Because for some people, they're out in the world and they're being offered, jobs and whatever. But other people, don't have a ton going on, but maybe they're healing and they're lining up to a better path. Okay. That looks good. I like it. All right. So we'll do Libra. Oh shit, I didn't put these up. I always do this because I repost. I forgot. Okay, Libra. Libra. Garden at the gate. Are you getting ready to step through the gate here? You could be. You could be kind of taking a risk, making a choice, because maybe something better aligns for you. Ace of Swords, communication, or you're just getting an epiphany, an idea. Two of Cups. Oof, Three of Swords. Interesting. To me, that looks like an apology. I'm going to be honest. If it's not an apology, then it's like, this is where you've been. Somebody hurt you in some way. So you're moving on from that energy into something better. Okay. If it's not, like I said, if it's not an apology, maybe somebody's asking you out. That's not that's not the same as the apology, okay? Like if it's an apology, somebody's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I hurt you." Okay? With this and it is truthful communication regardless of who it is, they are being truthful, okay? With the Ace of Swords, like it could even be like a sibling or something, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like a love thing. I'm sorry I caused you pain. But on another sense, this could be you, like you broke up with somebody, and now you're like ready to go on dates. Okay. You're ready to get back out there. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like it's kind of the same. Like that's it. Like that's the reading. I just clarified the Ace of Swords. And this is like getting balanced after heartbreak because we have the Three of Swords clarifying it, and this could be somebody offering you something. It's either way. It's either somebody's apologizing or you have new energy coming in to ask you out on a date, or maybe you lost your job and you're getting a new job, Very to the point. I like it. Gemini. Gemini. And then it could be you apologizing to somebody. I mean, it doesn't have to be a person. Maybe it's you apologizing to somebody. All right, Gemini. Contract, okay. Yeah, there could be something that's draining you, honestly, because we have financial constraints. So it's like if that's part of the reading, you're in something that's not to your benefit. Jeez. Let me see. Ace of Cups. Ten of Cups. Four of Swords. So that's taking a time out, Four of Swords, to rest here. Man. And there you are, Page of Swords. Yeah, that's in the past. It looks like that's moving into the past. So it's like you're realizing that maybe something isn't to your benefit, or to me, this looks like a marriage that, if this is in the past, or this is moving into the past. So it's almost like, oh, I had a marriage, I went through divorce, I'm recovering from it, and I'm on the way to something better. Because see how he's looking at the past? Ooh, we have the Emperor here. Yeah, there was a disappointment, it looks like, and you're looking back at it. Maybe you're just looking back, seeing how something wasn't to your benefit. So maybe it's not really happening now. It is on the bottom of the deck. So there could have been a relationship or a situation that you're looking back on. Maybe you thought it was like the Ten of Cups and you thought it was love, and but it really had no value, maybe looking back, or you weren't valued. Yeah, there's a disappointment. I'm getting the financial constraints. I'm clarifying that one, which is basically the Five of Pentacles. So there's a disappointment. We aren't being valued. You're being left out or isolated. Maybe you're left out of something, a family situation. Maybe you feel rejected. Because this is family, or a certain community, a family. Maybe you feel rejected. Aw, Four of Swords. Yeah, you're waking up to something by having kind of a break away from whatever this is. It's like you're kind of waking up to maybe something you didn't see. What is it? Because that's why I feel like you're looking back. This is somebody who's curious and questions things, but like I said, they're looking back. So now we have regrets and loss. If it's like maybe you went through some sort of loss and you're feeling kind of isolated, maybe you, that could be it as well. Maybe nobody did anything to you. Maybe you just went through a loss and you feel isolated, but you're recovering. It looks like this energy is about to change here, because we have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the Empress. Okay, so I feel like the energy is about to change. Also, if you have been isolated and on your own recovering from something, maybe it was a time for you to, this is a spiritual awakening, especially with the Judgment, to love yourself, okay? To nurture yourself. Maybe it's been a time for you to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. I don't know, maybe instead of taking care of people or family that, you know, don't appreciate it, okay? You're going through an expansion. Yeah, it looks like this energy's leaving. I'm going to be honest, because we have the Knight of Pentacles. You're slowly getting back to some sort of level of happiness, joy. This is like right around the corner here. Man, look at you. It's like something's changing. I mean, maybe you have somebody new that values you. Like if some other people didn't. I mean, look at this. King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I wonder if the reflection of this is like making you so like you have something that's coming in. Okay, maybe it's not happening yet, or it is happening. And the reflection of that is making you look back and see how unhappy, like you didn't realize you were, or you weren't valued. Okay. This may not be happening yet, but the energy is about to shift if you're feeling like alone and isolated. Very nice. All right. Capricorn. We'll do Capricorn. Capricorn. Action. All right. I want action tonight. Satisfaction. It's like you're taking some sort of action, even though you could have some sort of anxiety or fear. But it's very balanced, it looks like, unless this is somebody around you, because we have the yin and yang. So it's very balanced. Nine of Cups. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. With this Four of Swords is coming out for everybody. I think that's just the energy. I don't know. I've noticed a lot of people have been kind of like for January, we're kind of resting and you know what I mean? They're just exhausted. So that could be that energy. But it looks like you're ready to take some action now. This is really nice. Holy moly. The Chariot. This is crazy because I feel like after some contemplation or some recovery time, you're ready to go. Okay. Look at this. Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. The reason why it's crazy is because at the bottom we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is usually an energy of like emotional fulfillment and like we're really stable. Okay. And the Ten of Pentacles, like, so you're going after something you want that's going to make you happy. Very determined energy. You're determined to have this happiness. I feel like you're not going to settle for anything less than emotional fulfillment and stability here. It's like you're not going to settle for less. That's how I feel. Because basically the Nine of Pentacles, this is the energy of I don't need anybody. You know, I'm okay on my own. So it's almost like if you're like a single person, like you don't need anybody outside of you to fulfill you, but you would like somebody. Do you know what I mean? But so that's the energy of not settling. This is nice. I like it. I don't know what else to say. It just looks like you're going after something that makes you happy. Then you're not going to settle. I mean, maybe if you're not technically going after anything currently, but maybe you're realizing like maybe you're in something now and it's if it's exhausting you, it's like, you know what? I would rather, you know, be on my own than settle for this. Okay. So that technically is like moving in a different direction or moving forward. Even if it's like you don't have your eye on anything other than like your emotional fulfillment. Okay. Some of you could be like making some sort of commitment. This could also be retirement with the Ten of Pentacles. It could be, getting into some sort of long-term commitment. Yeah, you're moving on to some sort of peace. It's like, I don't know, you want a relationship where you work together. That's what you want. Whatever the relationship, work, whatever. You want people who want to collaborate and work together, or you want a partner that wants to collaborate and build for the future. They want a commitment, okay? We don't want any more of this crap, this Five of Pentacles, like rejection, feeling rejected and unhappy and doing the same shit over and over again. This looks good. Wow, everything's coming out very clear today. It's very interesting and I like it. Is everyone just getting a lot of clarity? What is that? Oh, hold on one second. How do I pause this? Shit, I need to do something. All right, sorry. Taurus. I have an order coming in. I placed an order and I had substitutions and I had to approve them. Or else I'm afraid I wouldn't get them. Taurus. All right, so let me see. Ooh, victory. Ooh, if someone was trying, who else had this? If someone was trying to block you in some way, I don't know what other sign had that. I can't remember. Who have I done? I did Aqua, Libra, Gemini, and Cap. Also, I forgot to put this up. I am just all over the place, Taurus. Well, you have a win, it looks like. You have some sort of victory. It's like nobody's getting in your way. Nobody's stopping you. I like it. Two of coins. Okay. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you've been kind of like juggling something for a minute, like making some sort of decision, or somebody else has, okay? Nine of Swords. Fears holding you back or holding whoever this is back, okay? Ooh, Three of Swords. Damn. The fear is like whoever's in fear and is like it's holding them back, it's because they've been hurt, okay? Now, if you hurt somebody or if you hurt somebody and you've been trying to decide on whether to take some sort of action, because we do have this Knight of Cups, this is like an emotional, like I would say a confession, it's a message. Like maybe you wanted to send somebody a message, you did something, but you're afraid because you know, maybe you hurt them or vice versa. Okay. This could be another person wanting to message you, but they're afraid because they know they hurt you. Okay. Let me see what else I can get. It could also just be like you have somebody here and they're emotionally available and open to you, but maybe you have some sort of fear because you've been hurt in the past. So this might not be somebody like trying to message you because they hurt you. This could be because you're hurt, you have a problem with being vulnerable and opening up, and it's blocking your path. Okay. But it looks like you're going to overcome that because we have victory here. So whatever this is, you're overcoming it. Two of Swords. You're fired up about something. We have the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups. You're fired up about the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you've been juggling like, so we have the King of Pentacles. To me, that would be a Taurus. Yeah, you have heavy fear. You want to take a risk. Yeah, it looks like you want to take a risk. I'm going to be honest. You want to take a risk. I don't know why I keep saying that. That's not something I say. Like I said it twice already or 3 times. I'm not sure why. I'm going to be honest. Maybe somebody's saying that. I had it in another reading. I said it. Because that is just not something that I say. So maybe somebody's coming in, or you are going towards somebody saying you want to be honest. And it's definitely overcoming fear because this is an outside fear. So this is an outside stimulus causing fear. Maybe you're telling somebody you were afraid in it to take some sort of risk and it blocked you. Okay. Or vice versa. You're always going to vice versa it. But to me, this is the Taurus. Unless you're dealing with another earth sign, this is the Taurus making the confession. Yeah, you could even be making a move. So you could be even moving, or you want to move. But anyway, it's moving on into peace to calmer waters. So it's like you're trying to get to calmer waters here. Things have been difficult. Maybe you've been confused. Okay. Look at it. It's like you want to get a weight off your chest. The Knight of Cups with the 10 of Wands. I'm telling you, it's like a confession, or it's like you want to drop a burden, and it's the Knight of Cups. It's the same card with the down here. Either way, if this is something that you're thinking about doing, okay, like making some sort of move in a positive direction, okay, it's like you're overcoming fear and it's leading you to a victory, okay. And if this is somebody else coming towards you, it's kind of the same thing. However, it's going to turn out like, well, regardless. It's like a block is being lifted here. It looks good. Virgo. Virgo. Overall energy. All right, so we have yin and yang and indecision. And we also have 222, 222. So it's like you have to make a decision here, a choice and a path. Interesting. Three of Cups. Queen of Wands. Oof, Ten of Swords and the Sun. That's interesting because these cards are very positive, and then we have the Ten of Swords. Why do you not feel like you're making... So in whatever, if you're making a choice or a decision, you have to be very confident in whatever it is you're doing, okay? With the Queen of Wands, you have to be confident. That is the main message here. Balanced, very balanced energy, okay? Because we have the yin and yang. So the yang is like taking some sort of action, and the yin is like the feminine energy. So it's like you're expanding in some way. Maybe you have to take some sort of action. Let me see the Ten of Swords real quick. There's the Empress. Man, somebody's offering you something. After a really difficult time, and it's actually, this is the end of this energy, the Ten of Swords. That's the end of this energy. Okay, so this could block, this could stop you in some way. Okay, so this is probably what's the indecision. So let's say, I'm going to use an example. So let's say in the past, you, in love, we'll use love. You dealt with somebody who betrayed you, they cheated on you, they lied, they left you for dead. Those are those types of energies. But now you have somebody here that's offering you something real. Okay, they see you as like, you know, the Empress. And it would, maybe in a way, it'll make you very happy. Okay, but like the energy that stems from this is like insecurity. Okay, so like, I don't know, I have this new person who wants to commit to me, but I don't know, the last time I committed to somebody, it really ended badly. So that could be, this is like, you're not in your power. So you have to be in power in all your decisions, very balanced, taking action. Okay, because to me, this looks like we have a really supportive energy here that would make you happy, especially after like, this is like the dawning of a new day. Okay, so you don't have to, the worst is over, you don't have to go through that again, because if you did deal with those types of energies, you learned from it. Okay, you learned to trust yourself. Also, you could have somebody who could be envious if you have something new. We do have this lingering energy in the background of envy. So if you do, I don't know, maybe you do have somebody in the background who's mad because you're making a choice that benefits you, and maybe they feel betrayed, okay? Because you're going after something better, or you're in something better, and they're jealous, okay? That could be it as well. Or you're in something better, and they're jealous, okay? That could be it as well. As this looks, somebody's offering offering you something stable. Okay. And it looks exciting. This is like, you know, a new lease on life. It could just be you. If there's nobody else involved, maybe you're getting over a betrayal and this is like a new energy that is kind of being born, you know, very going out having some fun. Especially during the summer. I know we're reading for this week, but especially like during summertime is going to be really good here. So don't let this old energy hold you back, okay? Because whatever this was, it grew you in some way. It expanded you, okay? With the Empress, that's an expansion. So whatever that was, it grew you, okay? Yeah, I like it. All right. We'll do Aries. 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 Storm warning. That's overall. That's all I'm going to call storm warning. So there could be some sort of ending happening here for Aries. Maybe you're creating the ending. Maybe you're the storm warning. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune. So if something does end, it's for your benefit. Okay, maybe it's some sort of chaos going on, but it benefits you. Okay. Also, I have the third eye. This could be you could all of a sudden be getting a lot of like ideas or light bulb, you know, epiphanies as well. Like your third eye could be activating. There we have the Tower. Nine of Swords. Nine of Cups. This is so interesting because these look really good, especially with the Sun and the Page of Cups. So it looks like either you're kind of getting an awakening about fear, maybe before you were afraid to do what makes you happy, okay? And in that, you're waking up to that and you're just gonna, you know, do what makes you happy. I had something else. Yeah, I lost it. So whatever's breaking down belief systems. Oh, you could, did I say that? You're gonna realize that fear is holding you back from like some sort of wish fulfillment. So that would be limiting beliefs. Yeah, something's breaking down, like a belief system. Maybe it's something in the physical, like foundations are crumbling. Maybe you're afraid something's going to crumble and it actually gets better, I guess. Let's see what the Tower is. Ah, the Magician, which having that is the magician is somebody who knows they have all the tools to create their reality, okay? They can't create through fear. But also and even if you don't, um, this is an illusionist. So it would also be like, oh, I have to give off the illusion that I have all the tools to create something. Let's just see one more there. Even if you can't. So it's like, what is that? Fake it till you make it. What the hell? This looks good. So we have the Magician, the Justice, and the Nine of Cups. So it looks like if there is a breakdown, I don't know, if something's breaking down, I feel like it's making you happy, or this is like you get some sort of wish, a dream contract, okay? Maybe you expected the worst, but you're getting the best with the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups. Why is the Nine of Swords here? So we have Three of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So that's like keeping yourself stuck due to some sort of pain. Separation. The Three of Swords is so if you were separated from somebody or you were afraid you were going to be separated from somebody, I don't think it's happening. Because this is separation and then this is reunion or coming together. So with the Six of Pentacles, that's balancing something out. Or if, like, my hair, if you are separating, it actually, like, from something or someone, maybe you were afraid, it actually is going to work out better for you, work out in your favor. Okay? I just feel like there's no reason to be in fear because something is going in your favor. And it looks really, really good. I wonder if somebody, like, created an illusion at one point and that caused you to be separated. Because it's almost like it's not separated as in love. I feel like it's like a work separation. That's kind of how I feel about it. Either way, you're gonna be celebrating, it looks like. I don't know, maybe something else is falling apart in somebody else's life, and maybe that I don't know, maybe it's an old job and they didn't value you and now like it's falling apart and it's to your benefit in some way. I don't know. It could be that. There. It looks like it's working out for you, so we'll leave it at that. Leo. Yeah, I guess it could be like if you are separated from like, I don't know, maybe an ex like broke up with you and or cheated on you and they ended up with the other person. It's kind of like this. And now they're going through problems and breaking up and it's like, you know. So like the person would be seeing this other person for who they are. I don't know. It's almost like that. Leo. Okay, well, I'm not taking these. We have patience and garden at the gate. So that would be waiting to make some sort of decision. But let's see. Or waiting for something to balance out. Leo. Happy family. Okay. And we have the world at the bottom. So you could be coming out of a dark time here in a community or family situation. Things could be more stable. You could be ending something to become more stable, or like if you're in a relationship and you thought it was going to be this 10 of cups happy family and then it wasn't, so you're going to end that so that you have an opportunity to get to this. Okay, it could be in a family. Maybe they're ending a cycle in a family and it's going to become more stable. Coming out of a dark time anyway. There's the ending or the transformation. It's one or the other. Eight of Swords, King of Swords, Two of Cups. Yeah. So Eight of Swords. Interesting. For me, it's like this, I don't know, because she's got this hiding her face and then he's like right out there. So if you were trying to hide something because of fear, it looks like a way you were thinking or feeling. Well, I would say thinking or communicating. Yeah, we do have the Two of Cups, so I guess it could be feeling. It looks like you're going to be very clear and direct, okay? Or somebody else is. So to me, I would have to say with the Death card, either it would be like communicating, this has to change or this has to end. That's kind of what it seems like. Because if we can't get to this, if we can't like work together towards this happily ever after or dream, whatever, this to make things stable, then we got to end it. Yeah, something's draining you. And you could just be realizing this on your own, and like maybe you're communicating this, or maybe you're just going to end something. Maybe you realize something's not going to change and you're going to end it and go off to other opportunities. Because this person right here doesn't feel safe to be their true selves because they're hiding. I had something else. I lost it. Yeah, so that person doesn't feel safe in the environment. Yeah, so you could be communicating this, or somebody else is, I guess, because we have the Eight of Wands, that's communication. It's some sort of movement, communication, text, whatever, emails. Um, and then we have the King of Pentacles. So, and the Two of Cups, which is right here. So it is some sort of relationship. Even if you're a female, it's like you're both in, like we have two masculine energies here. So even if you're a female, it's like whatever this energy makes you feel like you have to be in a masculine energy. No, there's a feminine right there. Yeah, it's like you either have to like, maybe you've been kind of like keeping your head down, focusing on your stability and your emotional well-being here, or that's what you need to do. That's either a choice you need to make. You could be reevaluating something, or somebody else's. I'm just, oof, yeah, this is toxic. You are feeling trapped. I would have to say you're trapped. You feel trapped. Or somebody else does. It's one or the other. Yeah, with the devil. So It's like somebody, whoever this is reevaluating things. What are they? Man, we have a lot of masculine energy here. They're overpowering the feminine energy, that's for sure. Yeah, somebody's making a decision. That's what it looks like. With the Two of Pentacles. There's a conflict, yeah. So it's just the same. There's too much drama in a situation, there's too much conflict, or somebody's putting you in competition, or they're making you feel like you have to, this could be fighting. It looks like you're like trying to, like I said before, it's like this has to change or end. That's kind of what it looks like. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, I gotta put up the Sagittarius. Appreciation. Okay, so you can be, being appreciated, or like you need to appreciate yourself. Maybe like things are kind of a little bit difficult, because there's not a lot of color in this card and they're like briar bushes. So it's about maybe taking time to be in the present moment, even if things aren't, exactly how you want them to be. Maybe that will balance you out. So 10 of Wands, maybe if you feel like somebody should be appreciating you, and you are resenting that this person isn't, that could become a burden. All right. Or maybe you're taking on a lot of responsibility here. 5 of Swords. Man. 9 of Wands. And, I don't like this. Okay, so I can read this a couple of ways. You either have somebody who like makes you feel like you got to protect yourself, like maybe they make you feel shame in some way. Okay, they're very overbearing, they don't appreciate you. So this could be an energy here that you're around, and maybe you need to kind of distance yourself. Okay. Also, I had another one. Oh, maybe you feel like you do a lot of work, and you take on a lot of responsibility and people don't appreciate it. And it kind of makes you feel, because to me, this looks like she's, well, obviously she looks upset. So there could be a group of people, and maybe you resent these people because, they aren't appreciating you and you do all this stuff, But you could definitely have an energy of like, because this can be like PTSD. So you could have an energy of somebody who has been intimidating you. Maybe they made you feel some sort of shame, and it triggers you. So if that's the energy, it looks like you're making progress. If for that, just that last scenario, it looks like you've been making some progress here, maybe by appreciating yourself. Okay. because we have the 9 and 10, so we're ascending here and we're about to drop this. This is like, F it. I'm done with this. I don't care. Like, I'm walking away. So I'm going to say either way, like if you have somebody for like time to intimidate you and whatever, like you're done with it. Okay? Like you're going to appreciate yourself and you're going to move on from this. If you have if people aren't appreciating you, you may kind of separate yourself from like a group. It looks like a group of people with the 5 of Swords. It's the same message, F it. Like, I'm done with this. I'm done with feeling like I have to defend myself. I'm done with feeling like I have to protect myself. It's not worth it. I'm going to cut my losses. That's basically what it looks like. Yeah, we definitely haven't. I don't like this energy. If it's somebody trying to intimidate you or something, I don't like it. Because I have the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. It could even be a couple of people. It's almost like they want you to feel a certain way because maybe it's almost like the type of person that has no self-worth in their, it's like a very cocky person and they get off on putting other people down. That's almost what it looks like. I don't like it. All right, we have Cancer. Cancer. All right. So I need a drink. Cancer. Attachment. All right, so attachment, that is a situation where either like you're chained to something, you feel like you have to wear a mask, or there might need to be some sort of change, or like maybe you have a negative attachment to somebody who's wearing a mask. It's 5 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Hierophant. Ooh, that came out reverse. I'm taking it reverse. Well, it came out kind of sideways, but yeah, we have somebody here who is, I do not like this. So this person's insincere, okay? They may come off as very charming, but they're insincere about values, okay? So this could be the type of person who wants to put you, either they cause a lot of drama, they're very immature, or they like want to put you in competition because it makes them feel good. Like it's like some sort of dude that likes women competing over them, okay? Because we do have the 2 of Cups and the Hierophant. Or it's just someone you're aligned with that's just not who they say they are. Maybe they come off as very sweet and charming, but they're just not. I mean, and they cause a lot of drama. So they're definitely wearing a mask. This 10 of Swords keeps coming out. What is like, oh my God, for everybody. The Hierophant. Okay. So I have the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. You could be reevaluating something, okay? And the Hierophant is about belief systems and your values, okay? So if you entertain energies that don't hold the same belief systems and values as you, then you're betraying yourself here, okay? You could also be looking back at energies. Maybe this isn't even happening now. Maybe you dealt with somebody who pretended to be one thing. They pretended like your values matched, and then they betrayed you. You know what I mean? Like, so if this is not happening now, you could be looking back, evaluating times in your life where you entertained energies that where you couldn't be your true self, you had to wear a mask. Like sometimes, how do I explain that? In order to be around certain people that don't like, okay, so I'm a person who has certain values, okay? And if I hang around with a group of people just because I want to be friends with them, but like they lie, cheat, and steal, then that's going against your value. And you have to wear a mask around those people. You can't be your true self because you don't have the same values, okay? So for one, these people are like, they could stab you in the back, or like I said, you could just be looking back at these relationships and seeing where you entertained people that didn't have the same values. And then you expected them to treat you a certain way when they were treating everybody like that. Like they were lying and cheating to everybody. And then they turned around and lied and cheated to you. But you kind of knew that you kind of had to have an idea that these people would do that to you because they didn't hold the same values as you. So you could be looking at that. If it's like just looking at belief systems or evaluating something. But to me, it looks like you realize that there's some sort of a certain person or a group of people that just, they don't align and you can't be your true self. And maybe you have to make a choice. And make some sort of change. Because we have the fives, that's difficult change. That thing is so annoying. Yeah, it's like you're kind of becoming very clear because we have the Six of Wands. So if we're trying to hold on, let me get the first thing out of my head that if you're trying to get some sort of validation or be recognized by a certain group of people, I feel like it's not going to happen. Okay, hold on, I have to look at this for a minute. Because to me, this could be competition and success. I wonder if you're looking out to other people who you're actually in competition for validation of your success. Like, oh, if I'm get what they have, or if I have a certain position that they have, then I'm successful. But it actually doesn't even align with you. Yeah, it looks like you're kind of moving on from whatever this is because we have the Five of Swords and the Six of Swords. You realize something isn't worth it. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the competition. It's not worth the fighting. Maybe you wanted to win something or prove something. It's not worth it, so we're going to move on. Yeah, if anything is keeping you confused, I feel like that's the answer. Okay, so let's say this is a person in love that you're dealing with. If you're not sure where you stand with them and they're keeping you confused and an option, then we're moving on. That's how I feel like. All right. Phew, that's a lot. Or you need to move on, I guess. Scorpio. Scorpio. That was exhausting. Oh, I don't want to feel that today. Scorpio. Indecision. Oh, there are two paths you can, what is it? There are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, you can change the road you're on. So I feel like if you have to make a decision, just pick it. And if it doesn't work out, you can change your path. Okay. Zeppelin. Yeah, it looks like with the Emperor here, you have to take charge of your life and make some sort of decision. Seven of Wands, Three of Swords, Two Wands, making a choice. This is basically like the same card. All right. So you can't wait any longer. It doesn't look like you have an okay, either you're putting in a ton of work, you're persevering in a situation or at a job or something, I don't know, wherever, and it's actually like draining you. It can even be affecting your health. Okay, you're like, we're very determined, we're going to keep going, or there's an energy around you feel like you have to protect yourself. Okay, it's one or the other, but it looks like this is very clear. You have to take charge and make a decision, and if something doesn't work out, you can change your path. Don't It's not like no regrets. Yeah, if you keep trying to do something and it's not making you happy, that could be like a sign. Like that could be you know, let's say you keep trying to make something happen, um, and there's always obstacles. Maybe it's time to do it a different way or choose a totally different path. Okay. Or if you keep, working at something, hope, oh, it's going to make me happy. I don't think it, but you intuitively know it's never going to make you happy. Like, yeah, you have to choose yourself. So basically, when I clarify the Two of Wands, I got the Queen of Cups. So you have to choose yourself because she's looking at her own cup. So you're in a situation where you have to choose yourself and what emotionally makes you happy. It is, it's a choice. So that's what I got. Yours is clear. I like that. Clear cut in Pisces. Yeah, so that Queen of Cups can be very empathetic. Um, I would watch out doing something that's not good for you because of your empathy for other people. So like, let's say you need to break up with somebody and you're like, oh, I'm afraid to hurt their feelings, so I'm going to stay in this crappy relationship. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Because to me, it looks like you keep trying to do something, but you're hurting yourself with that Three of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And Pisces. Fourth chakra. Okay, so we have the heart chakra. Usually when it comes up, it's blocked, but let's see. Maybe there's some sort of growth happening. I always look at this and you probably can't see him, but there's this little like dragon looking dude. It almost reminds me of the Never Ending Story. That little, I can't think of the little character there. I can't think of his name in the Never Ending Story. So maybe you have something that's going on and it's never ending. Okay. I'll pull the cards first. The Hermit, yeah. You may need some time to do some soul searching to kind of figure out something here. Hold on. What was that? Hold on a second. I want to look something up. So it's been a long time since I saw that movie. Oh, of course. Okay, Fantasyland threatened by nothing, by the nothing, the darkness. Okay, so this movie, it's been so long since I've seen it. I'm sorry. Like I can see the characters, but I mean, I watched it a long, long time ago. Um, all right. So it's about escapism, kind of, and it's okay. On his way to the school to avoid bullies, this kid snuck into a bookstore, snuck away, and went into some fantasy land where the land was threatened by the darkness that destroys everything. Okay. So you could be in a level of escapism here to avoid processing something that's causing you to close off your heart. So if we open our heart, we may feel something we don't want to feel. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So that's abandonment, isolation. Man, you may be going through a time where you're isolated and alone because it's like you have to grow in some way. Queen of Cups. So if like you don't feel accepted, because bullies, if you don't feel accepted in some area of your life, look at this. The Four of Swords is taking time out to yourself, the Five of Pentacles, and if you don't feel accepted in some way, I feel like maybe it's a time to kind of go within and do some soul searching and some self-acceptance. Because you could have some sort of abandonment wound or like self-worth issues that you need to deal with. So it's like blocking your heart, which is interesting in a Pisces because they're usually very emotional, and this would be the thing that you're avoiding processing that you don't want to process. So this is something you have to do on your own. You have to find out on your own. So you may have to take some sort of journey back to yourself. I mean, I feel like with the Never Ending Story, it's like there's something from childhood that maybe needs to be processed. That you're trying to escape. But I feel like the never ending story is you, you like, you have like, if there's self-worth issues and you're looking outside of yourself for acceptance and validation. So you're accepting like very little when you deserve more. This could stem from a feminine, like a mother wound. But regardless, it looks like you need to do like take some time to nurture yourself, to be on your own, to recover here. Like to find your value and your worth within yourself and not look on the outside for acceptance or validation. All right, we're all done. Ugh. I hope everyone has a good week. You love my energy? Thank you. It's getting better. January was a little rough. I was feeling really tired and drained, but it's getting better. I think I don't know. I was trying to think back, like, do I always feel that way, like at this time of year, or not? I can't remember. So, I do think that winter is a good time to kind of like rest and hibernate, yeah, and recuperate and kind of ponder. So, think back on the prior year and see like what you want for this year and who you want to be this year and what lessons you've learned. That's what I kind of feel like. I kind of feel that way for definitely January, but it could even extend into the first 3 months. Yeah, reflection. So, because I'm going to be somebody different every year. Always evolving. Oh, all right. I gotta go because I have an order coming soon. And I hope everyone has a great day. I gotta make more videos. So I'll see you guys later.